Shalom and good morning, my brothers and sisters. This is just a short message. For I received confirmation yesterday while I was in Bible study. And this goes back to the prophetic dream that I had on how we now are in the season of perfection. And we know one of the ways how the Father perfect us is through trials and tribulation. But yesterday in study, the Father brought something out through our Bible study teacher, and I was just amazed. And as he was speaking on it, it made everything so clear. And I said, Father, now I understand the dream. So, yesterday, one of the things that we were studying is the fivefold ministry. And to get understanding of the fivefold ministry, you have to go into Ephesians chapter 4. Okay. And I just want to read a verse because now you will get the understanding of the assemblies or the assembly that the Messiah has established for us. And it should be represented in any assembly that believe in him. Okay, whether you're Israelite or Gentile. So let us begin. I'm reading from Ephesians chapter 4 of the King James 1611. Let me first turn to the chapter summary. It said, He exhorted to unity and declared that Yahuwah therefore giveth divers gifts unto men, that his bride might be edified and grown up in Messiah. He calleth them from the impurities of the Gentiles, to put on the new man, to cast of lying and corrupt communication. Now we're going to start from the top right quick. Going to verse 11. And he gave some, let me correct myself now. He's talking about the Messiah. Okay. This is Paul talking about the Messiah. And the Messiah gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of ministry, for the edifying of the body of Messiah. This verse is the confirmation to my prophetic dream on this season that we are in. We're in the season of perfection. Now, to get the definition of saints, you have to go back to the Old Testament of the King James 6:11, for saints means most holy. Now, to understand what made them most holy, you have to look at what took place when the Messiah was crucified, which was the 14th, and he resurrected on the 16th, okay, the day of the sheaf weight offering. He's the first fruit of the body resurrection, okay? So also on that same day when he resurrected, after him came the saints. And when you read the testimony of the high priest of the high priest Nicodemus, also some people call it the Acts of Pontius Pilate, the act of Pilate Pontius, forgive my tongue, y'all, but you know who I'm talking about. You will learn that the saints too partake in the water baptism at the Jordan River, and they also receive the salvation and the righteousness of Yah. Now we learn from all our studies that salvation and the righteousness of Yah is believing in Yahushua HaMashiach, who is the Messiah, the second Adam, the Son of Yah, or the Son of God. Okay? So they too receive him. And when they received him, they became the most holy. For they too was resurrected in body, soul, and spirit, becoming Adam again. All right. And we know what to become Adam again means. You are to become the sons or the daughters of God. The sons or the daughters of Yahuwah. Okay. So not only do we see the saints being perfected, the Bible also give you who are saints too. When you also go in the whole volume of book, such as in the letters that Paul wrote to the different assemblies, you will learn that the bride of the Messiah are his saints too, as well as the 144,000. For again, they are the most holy, and they will partake in the same steps that the saints did before them, from Adam and all the way down to the day when the Messiah resurrected. Okay? So, this is why they are known the most holy. They are sanctified and they are what's the word? Sanctified and holy. Sanctified and holy. And because they have received that blessed seed that dwell in them, and they now have the spirit of Yahuwah, which is the spirit of Messiah in them now. That will make you holy and sanctified. Okay? All right, so let us keep reading. Also, we see in verse 12 that we see why we have apostles, prophets, and evangelists, and pastors and teachers is not only for the perfecting of the saints, but it's also for the work of the ministry to edify the bride of the Messiah. Do y'all hear that? It is to edify the bride of the Messiah. So let us keep reading. Verse 13. Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, of the Son of Yahuwah. Okay? So listen here. Till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Messiah. So that's what the Father's doing. He's perfecting us, just like to be like that palm tree. For a palm tree stand upright, meaning that the palm tree represent you are standing in righteousness, and that righteousness is Yahushua Hamashiach. Okay, remember, this is how we are able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's not through what we do by our hand, but the key to the kingdom of the heaven is Yahushua HaMashiach. You have to receive him, for he is the righteousness and the salvation of God. Okay? Let us keep going. Verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So once you receive him, he is going to begin to teach you our Father's truth. Okay? This is where many do not understand. All things come by the Spirit. Our knowledge come by his Spirit. Our wisdom come by his Spirit. Okay? Our understanding come by his Spirit. So that goes to 1 John chapter 2, verse 27. When you receive him, he will teach you all things, for he is the Spirit of truth, and he will show us how to worship the Father. Okay? In spirit and in truth. Let us keep going. That was verse 14 we just read. Verse 15, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Messiah. So once you receive him, you should be growing in him. You should be starting to produce the fruits of the Holy Spirit, and your fruit should be bountifully. They should be in great abundance. Okay? Go back and look at those fruits of the Spirit. Meek, which is humble, love, peace, joy, long suffering. Okay, go back and look at those fruits, because you should be producing those fruits once you receive him. You should not be stagnant, you should be growing. Okay, in him. Let's see where we at. Verse 16, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, make an increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. So as you know, whether you are Jew or Gentile, just like the human body, there's no part greater than the other. We all work together to form what? One body, one assembly, one bride. I hope y'all enjoyed this short word for today. Shalom, my sister. Good morning. I hope you understand the prophetic dream that my father gave unto me a couple years ago. When I get a chance later on today, I'm going to attach that video to this video so you can see what the father showed me in my prophetic dream of 21. And so you can get confirmation that we are in the season of perfection. So now we have just learned from the living word that we're not only perfected through our trials and tribulation that the Messiah said that we're going to go through, okay? Because he live in us. That's why they attack us. Because they attack us because of that holy seed in us. That living word is in us. So we also see now we are to be edified. We are to be perfected by those who are called in this office, okay? They are apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers, all right? So today's assemblies, if you're saying you are a believer in the Messiah, and whatever assembly you attend should have a representative of these offices in your assemblies. Again, the Messiah ordained them. This is not someone coming to ordain themselves and going to school. No, they are ordained by the Spirit, okay? They are ordained by the Most High. They are ordained by God, okay? And they are given unto you to perfect you and to edify you. And all of this is done in love, okay? Because the Father do not want anyone to go to hell, okay? This is why he does this, because he loves you so much. He wants you to stay in the path of righteousness. All right, my brothers and sisters, continue to preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, for it's truly at hand, and make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and the holy baptism, and the Holy Spirit baptism. And if you have no one to baptize you, then you can baptize yourself. This is where your faith and your works go together. For the heavens, the earth, and the water they are a witness unto our Father in heaven, and they can report on your behalf of you receiving and coming into the renewed covenant, into the renewed marriage that our blessed Messiah made for us. And the same is with the Holy Spirit baptism. It is very easy. All you have to do is ask your Father in heaven in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, and our Father will give it unto you. But he give it according to your heart, your faith, and your words. And thank you, my sister. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Wow, this is awesome. Okay? So we are in the season of perfection. Remember, the church can be saints, or the bride can be saints. The 144 are saints. And those from Adam all the way to the time when the Messiah resurrected from Sheol, known as hell, or in the Greek tongue, Hades, they are saints too. Now I had, in this word, had given you why they are called saints, okay? And when you understand the mystery why they are called saints, then you'll understand why they are called Adam again. And Adam is what? The sons or daughters of Yahuwah. Shalom.